Hey everyone, hope y'all are doing well. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. So I've got clamped up here the Z Ikon WSW W10. It's called the W10 because there are 10 different slider cuts on the key. There are 6 dimple pins up top here, and then there are a total of 10 slots for, 10 slots for sliders on either side. Each side has 10 possible cuts for the sliders, even though there are only 5, because much like an ASA Twin V10, each slider can have the protrusion either on the fore or aft side of the slider. So that helps a lot with things like master keying and big key systems where you need multiple keys to function on different locks. These generally come pinned up with either 5 sliders on one side or 5 on one side and 2 on the other in the first and fifth chamber. This one is the 7 slider version. They generally don't come with all 10 slider spots filled up, but I'm pretty sure that the extra slots are there for locksmiths to basically build very big key systems where, again, multiple keys work in multiple locks, things like that, and you can have a ton of different master key options, things like that. So the sliders all have false gates. I think there's 5 false gates and 1 true gate on every slider. Could be 6 false gates, but they're very small and very close to the same size, so it makes it very difficult to determine whether you're in a false gate or a true gate. And I tend to rely more on core rotation than on jiggle to figure out if I'm in a true gate or a false gate. But anyway, let me see if I can get this thing open for you here, and I'll take it apart and show you what's inside. So the dimples on the bottom tend to bind first, so that's what we'll attack first. And there are spooled drivers in there, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But this is definitely not the hardest part of this lock. Alright, just got a little bit of core rotation, so I think those dimples are set. Let's move over to the sliders now. we are. Oops, sorry about the blurriness there. But we are now picked. And I took the ring off the back already, so make it a little easier to gut. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this thing back up. And now we will get it gutted. There's the ring over there next to it, a C-clip. Alright. Okay, so there are the sliders in the bottom there. Got the 2 on this side and 5 on that side. We've got our sidebars and then our 6 pins up top. Now these sidebars have incredibly small little shelves there to fit into the tiny little gates on the sliders. Both sidebars are the same. Go ahead and remove the sliders first. You can see there that gate, you can barely see it. Super tiny. That's the protrusion that sticks off, and you can see that it's off to one side. That's different for every slider. There's just a big hole in the top for the spring to go in. Some of them are going to come out with their springs attached because of the grease. This thing is full of grease. Alright. Let's get these key pins out of here. Just try to tap them out. There we go. I think I might have done those sliders backwards. I'll have to watch the video before putting this thing back together. Make sure I put them back in the right way. Alright, here are the key pins. Here's the core, nothing special there, a little flat on top. There's some of the springs in there, all that grease still in there. Alright, now let's get our driver pins out of here. like a standard, and one. A spool and two. Very small spool. They're very tiny pins. Another spool and three. Spool and four. Standard and five. And I think that's a spool. Or is that a standard? That's standard. Standard and six. Alright. Nothing special in the core. Just all those springs and the two sidebar channels. Alright, now let's try to get a close up here. See those gates a little better. They're teed like that so they don't drop down into the keyway all the way. And we get our tiny little spools and standard pins and all that good stuff. Alright, and that's it. There you go. The Z Ikon WSW W10. Alright all. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.